day 421. So today was kind of interesting, right? It was my first day of fasting. And because it was my first day of fasting, it means no exercise whatsoever. Although I did do laundry and I did do some cleaning. I still have plenty of cleaning to do around my house. And surprisingly, I mentioned this to my brother this morning. I don't have, I haven't played video games in like a week or two. When I normally do it during my, day to day, I have been too busy. So I played a little bit today. I haven't really touched the major games that I normally do. But either way, right, like today was just kind of sitting around the house thinking. At some parts, the day moved really slow. I watched some tasty videos, like recipe videos. And, I've been very good about a day is a day for fasting, right? I'm either eating or I'm not. And so I'm very good about holding out and not eating on a fasting day. I'm not too good about not eating more than I need on an eating day, right? So I didn't necessarily find too much of an issue with, being in the house with a ton of food. To be fair, I left my kitchen in a state of disarray. I mean, like, it took 2 loads of doing the dishes in order to actually clear out my sink. And that's kind of how it's been because I've been making a lot of stuff from scratch and using a lot of dishes, doing like Mise en Place and that type of thing where like you pre-prep everything and then you put it together as you're cooking. So everything is like ready in hand when you make it. But like, it was almost a relief to not have to cook because it just meant that I had to do dishes to then cook again. But either way, same thing, like Zane's food's done. So I've got food for him for mid-May, maybe June at this point. So I'm not, in a place where I need to do a lot of cooking. And I've got, I don't have anything that's like directly fresh fruits and vegetables. Actually, that's not true because I've got apples and I've got things. So I shouldn't need to leave my house to go grocery shopping this next week. As I mentioned before that I probably would, but I have the ingredients to not go out, and so I really shouldn't. And I have things growing in my garden, so it's like there isn't the point. But I'm fasting, and so all I can do is think about food, even though I have no compunction to eat it, although time is moving very slowly right now because I'm at home and I don't necessarily have a specific thing to work on other than work. It's a interesting kind of jumping around process that's going on in my mind right now. But yeah, like, time has moved fast and moved slow. I've been doing laundry, and that's taken all day because I did, all my sheets and all my comforters and all that type of stuff. But yeah, it's been an interesting day. Let's go with that. And yet nothing really happened other than kind of just stuff that I needed to do around my house. And I suspect just from the fact that I'm not commuting and I'm not physically at work, things that have been on my list for a while are going to start going up my list simply because I have the time and I need a break and from something, right? Normally I'm at the office, I go talk with someone or I, go get some water or whatever. So, those are times that I don't necessarily have anymore. And so I have to fill it with something, right? So it's been a little difficult. It's also technically a Saturday. And normally I start the fast on a Monday. So having that free time is a little weird. But either way, it sets me up well so that next Saturday I can hike and I can do some stuff on the weekends that I didn't do this week. So, yeah, that's a lot to say for nothing really happening. But either way, talk to you tomorrow.